Hello and welcome back to Quick Looks with the Casual Hour. My name is Bobby, and joining me as always, especially for this one, the gamer on the go, Chase Kinnicky.
The game freak, some might say.
The game freak of Pokemon fame, here to check out Pokemon Legends Arceus. What do you think about that? How do you feel about a new Pokemon game?
I've got so many thoughts about Legends Arceus. I feel like we've been on a roller coaster with this thing in the last handful of weeks of pre-release.
Ups, downs, lefts, rights.
Yeah, like I look at this and I go, I don't think this looks very good. Like, Skybox is fine. I don't know. It just like the town I think looks okay. Like some of these ground textures, once you get out in the world, it just seems a little bland. And the Pokemon look good. Like, look at that. That's a Rhydon. That's a big-ass Rhydon.
It's a thick boy. That is an alpha Rhydon. We'll talk more about that later on.
Okay. But yeah, so I don't love the way it looks. I think it looks a little bland. But hearing people talk about the mechanics, now that it's out and people are actually touching it and getting more time with it, it sounds like it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, man. So let's get a few things out in the open of what we're going to try and accomplish today, because by this point in time, we hope that people who are watching our show are familiar with Pokemon, and if you're not, this is going to be a really weird place to start, but we're going to do our best to help you out there. I've got about 13 or 14 hours into this game so far. I've been playing it nonstop. I will tell you right out of the gates, this is one of the best, if not the best, Pokemon experience I've had since the original ones came out.
And you've got 13 hours in it. Like, this is not when it's going to go up, but today is January 29th. This game came out January 28th. You've put 13 hours in the last 24 hours in this game.
Yeah. I played about an hour and a half when it unlocked at midnight, and then I took the day off work and was able to play a lot of it there. Today, though, I want to show you a few things, specifically Chase, because I think there's a lot of questions around that mechanically. We're going to look at just the core things that you would expect from Pokemon with capturing and battling, because there's been some changes there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a Pokemon game, but it's also not like any Pokemon game you've ever played. There's no gyms. Nope. There's very little, if any, trainer battling. There's no Pokemon centers. Like, no. It's very much not Pokemon, but it still has a lot of trappings that you'll recognize if you've played Pokemon. We're in Sinnoh, correct, Bobby? Or I guess what do they call this? Is Hisui? It's ancient Sinnoh.
Yeah, so we're in Sinnoh. They do refer to it as that land, okay. But Hisui or whatever you're saying, this gets mentioned as well. And there's also what was I going to say there? So yes, it is Sinnoh. You will see a lot of the things from that time period of Pokemon.
Yeah, this is Gen 4. This is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Also kind of timed with the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So there's a lot of Diamond and Pearl stuff happening with Pokemon right now.
Yeah, and you just noticed something weird there. We just got a side quest. So we're going to look at questing, and we're going to look at crafting. Those are two new things for Pokemon, I think, in a big way, and what that would look like. So let me just get some action going here really quick, and we'll come back into the city. So
this map looks familiar. This is Sinnoh.
This is Sinnoh.
Mount Coronet and the ice area at the top. I'm playing through Shining Pearl right now, and I don't even remember these areas, the names of these areas.
So Jubilife is your main hub. We're there right now. This is where your house is. This is where you can get majority of your quests and turn in a lot of side quests. There's shops there, so everything from materials to craft to haircuts to clothing, you can get all that there. They break it down into these regions based off of your skill set and where you're at. I'll talk about that here in a second. You can zoom in and see that there's all these sub-regions within regions. And you set up camps, and you can fast travel to them. I'm going to start us off in Obsidian Fieldlands, which is where a lot of you will be going at the beginning of this. I've got 2 camps unlocked here, so I can start at either one. We'll go to the very first one here. And once this loads in, you will be at a camp. Now, Chase mentioned that there's not any sort of like Poke Centers or things of that. Your camp serves as that. So the main area here, you can talk to a Galaxy member, and from here you can rest. You can swap your Pokemon out. If you rest, by the way, it does two things. One, heals you and your squad, also progresses the time of day. So if I wanted to do that, I can do morning, midday, evening, nightfall, or if you go just a little while, it will just give you a quick heal and put you right back out to that same time frame.
Nice. It seems like loading's been pretty good. That wasn't a terrible load.
No, it's very fast. On your person, you have a satchel. You can expand your satchel out, so this is the stuff that you will be collecting when you are out and about in these regions. But you do have an item box, and this is universal across so if you go to an item box, it has everything that you would be collecting. So you might see some things on
Monster
here.
Hunter. This is
very much so.
Yeah.
Like EXP candy, rare candy. Like these are things that you would know about. Firestones, of course. But then there's something, like a linking cord. A pretty new item. In the past, whenever you would have transferred a Pokemon between games and it would have evolved, well, you can use this item to do that now. There still is trading, but I haven't done that yet. The other big thing here is crafting. So everything in the game, including your Pokeballs, you make. And you do that by collecting resources out in the wild. I absolutely love this. I think it's really cool. As you grow, you get new recipes. So like I can make all these potions. And I can make at least 5 different Pokeballs now. And that has gone up as your level goes up. So when you mentioned the gym battles earlier, Chase, you can see now I'm a 4th star member. And Pokemon of level 50 and below will obey me. So that's going to increase based off of how you approach the Pokedex, which has been completely redone for this game. This is truly about research. Not that it hasn't been, but you can see here, it's just not about like seeing a Pokemon or capturing a Pokemon. It's about observing behaviors and getting them to do certain things numerous times that will give you research points that will go up to a complete status. And when you do that, that goes into a point system that you can use to level up to those star ratings, which expands your movesets, expands how much money you're making from doing research, and of course it gives you the control over those higher level Pokemon.
That's really cool. I like the idea that you don't just catch it and forget it. You have to do a little bit more work to it. I'm actually kind of bummed this isn't a Pokemon Snap game, because that feels like that's what that should have been. Like,
yeah,
we're here to observe Pokemon, see them in the wild, catch them doing different things. It'd be great if you had a camera and we're going around this. Like, maybe that's something they can think about for the sequel, because I like the idea of, hey, it's not all about catching and battling. We're here to like, we're making the first Pokedex. We're trying to figure out what the fuck these things are. Like having some sort of camera or device or maybe like a journal or something that you're keeping where you can just see these things in the wild.
Sure.
That would be awesome.
I wonder if you end up getting a camera, because that's the professor back here, and there's been a few times that he's come with you and he has one. So I wonder if it's one of those things that like you will get a camera at some point in the storyline to
Does he have a tree name?
It's Laventon, I believe.
Okay, so like kind of going with a lavender thing.
Yeah, Laventon. Okay. So what I'm going to show you really quick, Chase, is how we will approach. We got a couple Bidoofs down here, and who doesn't love Bidoof to start some stuff off with?
Big fan.
Two movement things that they've added in here. One, you have a dodge.
Oh shit! And Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, baby. The other thing that you have is a stealth, which isn't new, but going into tall grass, you can see that you get a little bit of that vignette around the corner, so that you know that you are now hidden. Bottom right corner of the screen, you can see that I have my Pokemon, and I can cycle through them, and I showed you earlier that you can chuck out a Pokemon and have them out. Yeah. But I can switch this menu over, and now I have...
follow you, though, right? Like, it's not like a... Okay.
Yeah, they'll pop back in the ball there. So now I'm in a situation where I'm catching. This Bidoof is unaware of me, and I'm out of reach yet. When I get closer, you'll see some things start to go around the sides of this Bidoof, letting me know that, hey, you can catch this now. So if I throw it, I'm going to get a bonus here because I hit it when it's on its back, and it wasn't aware what I was doing. So you can see up there on the left, I've caught 5 of the 6.
Okay, so not Dark Souls. This is Metal Gear Solid.
This is Metal Gear Solid.
This is Pokeball's OSP, stealth, espionage, action, RPG, catching, battling Pokemon.
Now, I could battle, and I can go right into it. Now, this is probably going to run away. Now, one of the cool things about the battle is look, we can get right up in the thick of things while they're fighting. I have complete control over what's going on. All my menus there. I can go into other Pokemon if I want. I can go into my items if I need those. I can run away, or I can choose to fight.
And this is just, these are regular Pokemon-ass turn-based battles.
Yeah, so I've loaded out the moveset here for my Samurott. And you can see that there's those icons that kind of move around on the right when I cycle through it.
Those kind of scrolls.
Yep. So that means that I've mastered those moves. And you do that by leveling up and using your Pokemon. So I can go in and I can change the stance that you're in for each move to do it differently. So I've gone to this agile style here. And if you can see, this move's power and effects are reduced, but in return, your next turn becomes more likely to come sooner. So I can just skip ahead. So it's not going to do as much damage, or I can go over and do a strong style where it'll do much more damage, but slower on the recovery.
So these battles aren't exactly turn-based. I mean, they're still turns, but it's not you take a turn, they take a turn. You could end up taking multiple turns before they get a turn?
If you are faster in that sense, yes.
That's actually sounding a little bit more like, what's the League of Legends RPG you were playing?
Oh, Ruin King.
Yeah.
Where it uses the timeline. Yeah, so you are kind of disrupting a timeline, so to speak. One of the other things to point out, I'm grabbing items. Like, I just walked up, and if it's on the ground like this, I can get it. Those bubbles mean that those birds, I can't remember the name of them,
those Starlies?
Yeah, Starlies are aware of me. They see me right now. They don't know what to make of me doing this.
They're like, who the fuck's this guy?
Now, you can throw your Pokemon out at any item in the real world, and they will grab it. Those Starlies took off because the nights changed. So now we're at night.
Okay. So now you got Drifloons.
Same thing for the trees. So berries, you throw your Pokemon out, it'll hit the tree, knock the berries down, and you get them. And
Bobby, you got like a little red eye above you. What's that?
Oh, that means that one of these is wanting to fight. It's actually trying to attack me. So I'll show you what happens here.
These Drifloons are being little dicks.
So if the Pokemon will attack you in the real world. I think they will. I mean, one of them's trying to. Who's coming after me? Are you guys gonna actually fight, or are you just gonna look at me? There we go.
Oh.
So I can dodge out of the way and not get attacked, and then at this point I can't capture unless they're on their guard. So now I'm fighting two of them because they were both there. Now you can see in the upper right-hand corner. I found this out last night when we streamed. I didn't think I could do it. I can switch between.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can go between.
Can you double battle? Can you put out a second Pokemon to battle these two?
Let's find out. I don't think I have the ability to do that. I can just have them ready to go.
Okay.
So I can switch if I want to, but we're not going to do that right now.
Yeah, these are level 2 Drifloons. I think you'll probably be okay with your level 43 Samurott.
Yeah, I think we're okay. But they will have the ability to attack me if they wanted to, just because of timing there. So here's what I'll say. Battling, I can now come out here.
You did not knock that thing out.
That's really strange.
That does seem strange. But I guess you can catch this now, which is good.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab it, save it a turn. And as you defeat enemies, they will drop items. That mechanic is very good also. I love that you get a little firework to show that you caught it. Mm-hmm. Battling is pretty much what you would expect. I think there's a few things that are different, but all in all, pretty similar. You do have mounts in the game.
Okay. Hi. Hello. You're new.
Yes. So I can use this deer, and I can jump and do all kinds of fun stuff, or we can come in here and...
Ooh. Okay.
So now...
these guys kind of function like HMs.
Yeah. So I've got 3 mounts so far that I can use, which I can get on land.
Are these mounts different from Pokemon? Like, you can't use these in battle. These are just things that you can use out on the field?
They're just there to help you on the field. So I've got the deer that I pulled up there. I also
do you know if you can catch like normal versions of them to use in battles?
I do believe that will be the case.
Okay.
I do believe that will be the case. So like, I think that's neat that they've found a way to make some of those quality of life things even in a game that's set a little bit older here. Now, Chase, do you see up there on that hill? That looks like a very big, scary Pokemon, right?
What is that? Is that a Floatzel?
That is a Floatzel.
Okay.
So we're going to sneak up here in the grass and get a better look at what's going on here. This is called an alpha Pokemon.
Okay.
There's 3 types of Pokemon that you're going to encounter in the game. There's a standard Pokemon, which we've seen a few of those already. There's an alpha Pokemon, which is what this one is.
And that's what your Rhydon is?
That's what my Rhydon is, yes. So I have one of those myself. But I'm going to try and capture this.
Okay.
Because they're larger, they're beefier. This is level 31, and you can see that icon next to its name to the left indicates that it is an alpha if its appearance didn't give that away already.
Are there only certain Pokemon that are alphas, or can any Pokemon be an alpha?
Any Pokemon can be an alpha that I've seen so far. So we were able to get a pretty good hit in on that one.
Probably just toss a ball at him at this point.
Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to use a heavy ball. And we're going to throw that out. You automatically will hit the Pokemon in this state whenever you throw.
Whereas if you're not in a battle, you have to actually aim and hit the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
So,
okay.
Yep. So if I switch over, like I'm now aiming this ball, I can cancel that out. So let me show you the difference here. Like that's a standard Pokemon ball or Pokeball.
Okay.
If I throw that, you can see it's got some distance, right? Like I can throw that pretty damn far.
Sure.
If I switch over,
do you just lose them when you throw them? You can't pick them back up?
Yep.
Oh, that's a bummer.
This heavy ball, though.
Oh, yeah. That's throwing a shot put.
So you want to be much closer for that. The other thing, you can craft on the fly. So if I pull up my inventory underneath key items, I have a little crafting kit.
Oh, okay.
So if I go into here, I could make. Let's make a revive here. So I've got one of the Vivichokes, or I think that's how you Vivichokes.
Sure, Vivichoke. Why not?
You'll grab this. It'll show you that I have enough to make one. I've just made a revive on the go.
Oh, medicinal leaks. Are there Farfetch in this game? Have you seen a Farfetch yet, Bobby?
I haven't seen a Farfetch yet.
How many Pokemon are in this game?
I think there's like 250. So,
okay. So
going to the Pokedex
definitely not the whole. The gang's not all here.
No, I've got 90 caught so far. I've seen 111. There are also a whole unknown. So you have the separate.
I got the full alphabet.
So once you get the alphabet, you'll be able to decipher what's going on here.
I mean,
which is
decipher. They're literally the alphabet. Like, go back to that screen. When you were hovering over them, they've got that text below.
Yeah.
I don't love. Is there a shorter one? I don't want to. I mean, I know they're basically just.
Look to
letters.
the
PUI
NED.
Is that it?
Pillars.
Is that supposed to be
PILLARS. The point.
Oh, is that an R? That's ruined. That's an R, not a P. Because you looked
ruined.
The
ruined pillars of CELESTO.
Celestia? I don't know.
Saying ruined pillars.
Those might also be G's and not C's. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so we've caught a couple Pokemon. We fought a couple Pokemon here. Let me show you what happens when you.
Are those potentially hints on where to find those unknown?
Yeah.
That might be. Okay, that's cool. That's a neat idea.
So I can leave to head back to Jubilife, and it'll be like, hey, hang on a second. You got to report what you've done. So then you come back to your professor, and this is how you're going to make your money. So it's going to show you a breakdown of like what you've done in that time period. There's no timer on it. So we didn't make a ton of money, but we did these things here. So we're going to make a little bit. That goes up. The next one is to review.
What do you spend your money on if you're crafting everything?
You can buy more supplies, clothing. You can buy. I'll show you that when we head back into town here.
Okay.
So I had 2 species that we did some stuff with on their Pokedex. It goes up by 70. So I've got a little bit of work left to get to that 5-star rating. And we're gonna head back to the village.
Does this game, because you tried to run away, and it said you had to talk to the professor first. Is this game actually open world, or is it kind of more zoned off like Monster Hunter games can be?
It's like Monster Hunter. So when I'm in the Obsidian Fieldlands, like I have all of this that I can go to.
Okay.
So I have full reign over here. I can run and do everything I need to. That's there. I also have the Crimson Mirrorlands. So if I go into this one, same thing here. I can go through and do all that, which is really cool. So you're asking a little bit about...
what do you spend this money on?
Yeah. So this is one shop. And you've unlocked more styles by showing her different Pokemon. So like right now, I'm going to turn in a quest because I've got one. And you asked about this on the stream last night, about East and West.
Yeah. Different Shellos are in different regions.
That was the name of the quest. Like, you need one from the east and from the west, so we're going to select that one.
Nice.
So she wants to see a pink one.
Yeah. She said Obsidian Fieldlands for that.
I got it. There we go.
Oh, you do. There it is.
Yep. So we'll select this one, and then the blue one.
Okay. Lady, we just showed you the blue one.
I know. So you had to do this with the male and female, the hippopotamuses in here.
Okay, yeah, because they've got different color schemes to them.
And that unlocked more clothing options, which we're going to get here now as well.
Are they based on the Pokemon?
Some of them are, yeah. Like there's an actual Pokemon outfit, and I'll show you what that looks like.
Is there like a Pokemon outfit that makes you camouflaged more to the Pokemon?
They haven't done anything where it has in-world
like that's what I want. I want you in like a two-person Ponyta suit.
Oh my god, that would be so dumb.
We're all just Pokemon too. I'm pretty sure there's an episode of the anime that does something similar. Is that maybe like the Safari Zone one where he catches all the Tauros?
Yes.
Oh god, that'd be fantastic.
We got bowler hats now, so we just unlocked those.
Great.
Look out, because nothing says I'm ready to.
Yeah, you're a dandy man. Look at that.
But they do have
papers, please.
Papers. So down here, here's the Pokemon one. So this is blank. This is called Sky. Here's your Earth type.
Okay, so like not super inspired, but they look okay.
Yeah. You've got a couple... Oh, Taylor, this is new.
Look at that. Look at that fancy man.
This with the bowler hat?
Hell yeah. Catching Pokemon in style.
Oh, man. Those are pretty dumb.
Jesus Christ.
But you can also go with the karate outfit if you want to do that, too.
That's kind of cool. Like, you can make yourself look like a bunch of different trainers. That'd be neat if you could make yourself look
and there's a monocle that goes with the fancy suit?
God damn. Yeah, you could just be a straight gentleman.
But then you have these like really cool guy glasses too.
Oh,
if you wanted so you can spend money there if you wanted to.
Sure.
But then over here, let me just show you a few of these really quick. You can change haircuts here. This is a general store, and this is going to be I can buy balls if I don't want to make them.
Okay.
Full heal. So if I'm just like in a pinch and I got the coin, I can also sell stuff there. This is a guy, so they do some really cool kind of like social club stuff here. After you do a big story event, you all come back here and get is it mochi? M-O-C-H-I-E?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you'll have potato mochi and hang out and talk a little bit about what's going on. It's like some pretty good fun little cutscene stuff that happens at that table. And then you got a crafting guru down here. So I could buy just raw materials there. And if I wanted to look at how questing would work, you have your main missions, but then you have all these requests. And so like I can get a whole new base camp by doing this one here. I can get smoke bombs, EXP, Stardust, rare candy. All that's present. There's a battling station up here. If I wanted to do some battling, we could do that.
And that's battling against other trainers?
This has been with people in your crew.
Okay, so you're not battling online or anything like that.
Yeah, this is where you can master movesets.
Show me more about the moves. This is interesting because like it doesn't seem like there are TMs in this game at all. But like she's like a move tutor. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it for our Gyarados.
And you were showing us something last night when we were doing a regular stream of this game, but your Pokemon don't just have 4 moves. I mean, they have 4 moves; those are active moves, but they know, like, once you teach this Icy Wind or whatever, it'll know Icy Wind forever. It's just maybe it's not one of its active moves that it has on hand, but you can switch to learn back Icy Wind whenever you want. Is that right?
Yeah. So like we're shopping. This is just like a shop. So I can add in 2 of these here. So I'm spending 1,000. We're gonna learn those.
Yeah, but you're not overwriting the current moves it knows. It just adds these to all the moves that it already knows.
Yeah. So we're gonna come out of here, and then I'm gonna go into our Pokemon here. So now, for our Gyarados, I'm gonna go to change moves. And I got this whole pool of moves now that I can come into and just swap out.
Does her does the set of moves she teaches change for each Pokemon, or does she just teach the same set of moves and some Pokemon can learn them and some Pokemon can't?
So she said that you had ranked up. So when we do that, we get new moves that we can learn. So if I come in here for new moves, I did Gyarados first time. Let's do our Samurott here. And I've got different moves now that we can pick up.
So you said she leveled up. So she's able to teach it a different or a expanded pool of moves by it becoming a better Pokemon. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay.
Yep. And for you too.
That sounds really cool.
It is really cool. So like coming back here, let me show you. Like, this is the main headquarters. We're gonna pop in here, and this is where.
Okay, as you're doing that, like, since we're still on moves, you were talking about the mastering of moves too earlier. So if you have that move, that new Icy Wind you just got, or Ice Fang or whatever, you can use that in battle, but it's not mastered. Or Aqua Tail there. It's not mastered. It doesn't have the little symbol next to it.
Because I barely used Aqua Tail.
So the more you use Aqua Tail, the more experience it gains, and it eventually masters that move?
Yep. And then the other thing too is like you can pay to master stuff, I bet, because I haven't done it with her, but there's an option like I want to master moves, so you can do that.
And so once you have it mastered, only when it's mastered can you do the speed or strong styles of it. Is that what?
Yep.
Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
This is the main quest, or the main person of
like the expedition stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So right now they're looking at my Pokedex, and they're gonna say like, "Hey, catch more Pokemon and create more complete Pokedex for us." So like basically, when you do that, if I had got to level 5, it would be like, okay, now you can craft these balls, you have that, and you can learn a new moveset. So like based off your star rating also. Over here with the professor, this is a questing board. So people can just drop them on here. I can pick these up, and then it'll say like, hey, go talk to that person. So I do that, and now I've got more side quests that I can go and follow up with people.
Okay. Oh, look at that Rowlet.
That's there we go. There's our little Cyndaquil.
Oh, so those are the starters. You just didn't pick those.
Yeah. So I've got, this is where the Oshawott was, right over here.
Sure.
So that's the starters there. There's other people in this area. Oh, this is the guy that you can talk to. You can carry even more in that satchel of yours. So if I go to teach me, so now it goes up by 500 each time.
Okay, right. That seems like a decent deal for how much money you got.
Yep. So I've made more space, so I can carry a little bit more in my satchel without having to use the box or filling up. Because like when I'm playing this, like I'm spending long periods of time on expeditions.
Sure.
Like even if I did my main objective, like I'm gonna go around and try and catch stuff and work on like upgrading my Pokedex so I can keep leveling up there. Chase, is there anything that we haven't really shown off that we should be showing off?
I don't know if we need to show it off, but I would like to hear you talk about it. We've talked about standard Pokemon, we've talked about the alpha Pokemon, but in the absence of gyms, it seems like there's a different mechanic that is these noble Pokemon. What's up with that?
So noble Pokemon they're treated a lot like a boss battle. So each one of the regions here, shit, not the right button. When I zoom out, so there's clans, right? And you talk about Diamond and Pearl, like there's a Diamond clan and there's the Pearl clan, and they have different opinions and stuff on how Sinnoh should be going about itself. They each have a sacred Pokemon for that clan, and the Pokemon in these clans have become infected with some sort of blight, and you have to do a full-on boss battle where, in doing so, you get these stamps when you complete it. So I've had 2 boss battles so far that have cleansed the area, and then you set up camp in that location, and it
looks like there are 5 total from the look of that.
Yep, yeah. There's going to be at least that are for the region. There could be a bigger one that you'd have to do near the end.
Sure. Okay.
But the battle is going to be you using that throw mechanic like this. There's a medicine or some sort of herbal rub or whatever, and there's a giant health bar on this Pokemon, and when you deplete that down from the blight, it becomes, let's just say calm is probably the best term, and then you can use that you can't use that Pokemon because it is sacred to the clan. But in the midst of that, there's going to be mechanics that you can use for like the dodge. So like you want to make sure that you're doing that, and they got each one has different moveset that they're going to be trying to inflict damage on you with. And if you get a window of opportunity, you can switch over from your medicine and throw a Pokemon out at them really quick. And then you have like a little mini thing where you can even do some damage on them. It's an interesting take on what that would be on like a battle or a boss system. So I think that
can you replay those at all or do anything like that?
No, they're
farm.
They're one and done, because once you have the battle, those Pokemon go back to assisting the clans and stopping all this here.
Okay. But that sounds very Monster Hunter in a way, where it's like you're not catching this thing, you're here to kind of take it down. Okay.
I want to try and show off just a size comparison. I think this would be kind of neat. Let me just grab 2 Pokemon out of the pastures here, so you don't have boxes and PCs, because it's ancient.
They don't have computers yet.
Trying to think, who all do I have that is? Yeah, here we go. So I've got that's a non. Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna move this dude over here really quick, and we're gonna move this one over here really quick. So I've got an alpha and a non-alpha version here, and I just want to show you what a size comparison would look like with them.
So that's the normal one. Oh, okay. Hi, buddy. That's a yikes. That's pretty good.
So that should break down, like, if anybody has a question like, well, what's the big deal with alphas? They're just fucking big, okay? Like, they're big, and they've got some different stats to it. So if I go back into my menu, I think I can show you. Let me check some.
And while you're doing that, I see that you got a Ponyta there that looks a little bit different. There are shinies in this game.
Yeah, there was a cool mission, so everybody can get this one. Throw that out there. There are shinies.
This is like a Red Gyarados kind of situation?
What do you mean?
In Pokemon Gold and Silver, you would have a specific thing where you ran into
there was a side quest that we got where it's like, hey, there's an unusual looking Pokemon here. This was pretty cool. I don't have it out here. Let me grab it really quick. So I think it's on the second one. I got a Chimchar, which is cool.
Yeah.
And there was a quest that's like, hey, we don't know what's going on. There's a red will-o-wisp out here, and it's really scaring us. And it was just that we only see it at night, but it was just the Chimchar up in a tree at night. And they thought that his tail was a will-o-wisp. It was a really fun, take on a quest and, doing some shit with it.
Bobby, Chase, can you do me one more favor here?
Yeah.
Can you look up in the sky for me? Maybe pan around a little bit. Well, wait, hey, hang on. What's that over Mount Coronet?
That's where you come from. You're referred to as a galaxy person. So there is... Everybody knows that you fell from the sky, and when you came, they're like, wow, you're just really comfortable with Pokemon. Like, you actually have... We're scared to death of them. Like, your partner was attacked pretty viciously by a Pokemon, and it's fucked up her bond with her Pikachu to where they just, they don't work well together. And so you're trying to teach her how to be more bonded with her Pokemon, but also the whole town's just like, dude, like, how are you like so confident in doing it? You are accelerating and all this stuff, and you're teaching people like how to live with Pokemon, how to capture Pokemon. But that also is what's inflicting the statuses on the noble Pokemon. And so there's a lot of bad stuff coming from there. And your cell phone also became this device that's telling you catch all the Pokemon when you come down here and study the Pokemon. And it's like that Ni no Kuni thing.
So you come from... Do you know if you come from modern day Sinnoh? Do you know?
You do.
Do you see where you're coming from? Like, do you?
You are from a modern day Sinnoh. The people here are like, well, are you from the real? Are we not real Sinnoh? Like, are you from the real Sinnoh? Like, what is the real Sinnoh? And like, why are we doing like? So there's a lot of meta conversation there around like, like you're wearing like a jeans and t-shirt when you fall down. People are like, your clothes are funny.
Got it.
And so like, you know, like it's very much one of those things.
I came from Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and I don't want to go back.
I would not want. Look, I got news for you. I would never go back to that if I could stay here.
So you're liking this?
I love this game. I'm obsessed with this game. It is so fun. It is exactly what I would want an evolution in Pokemon to be. I don't mind the formula for Pokemon. Like I rather like it, but it's hard not to see some of the Breath of the Wild stuff here. I know that's a big joke, and I love that, and I think it works really well here. I have nonstop been playing this game. I have not had a game in several years grip me quite as quickly as this one has.
That's exciting. That's exciting to hear. I'm a huge Pokemon fan, as you're pretty well aware. But I also feel like I'm a pretty discerning fan when it comes to things. And yeah, these last handful of Pokemon games that Game Freak has given us have not been the best. Like we liked Sword and Shield as we played it, and then the DLC stuff I think turned us off quite a bit. And the more we think about it, going back to it, I think a lot of that game just kind of is forgettable. A lot of those new Pokemon designs are also pretty forgettable. Game Freak didn't make new Pokemon Snap, I'm pretty sure. I think they had a other developer that was helping them out with some of that. But like that game was okay, but not blow your socks off. Pokemon Unite was definitely made by somebody else, and it shows. And that game seems pretty cool. We've enjoyed playing that every once in a while. And then these Diamond and Pearl remakes are pretty disappointing when you consider what they've done with other remakes before. I think back to the last ones they did with the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Those games, they brought in the Mega Evolution from current gens. They updated the visuals to look like the current gen stuff. At that time, they had new story stuff. They had a lot of new functionality, and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl kind of just don't. They're kind of just, I wouldn't even say they look better than the old games. In fact, in some ways, they look a lot worse. So to see, okay, hey, maybe we put our B squad on that one to make those remakes while we focused on this and trying to actually do something new and interesting with Pokemon. I appreciate what they're doing. Again, like seeing the mechanic stuff with this, a lot of it seems really cool to me. I wish it looked a little nicer or had a more stylized artistic look, because this is kind of boring to me. But it seems like it's a pretty good game, and that is shocking to me after these last few weeks of thinking this might be horrible garbage trash.
I mean, there was a period in time, man, where like I was not even sure I was gonna buy this game after being very curious about it, and also just knowing that like I don't have a lot on my Switch. I thought that it might be cool to pick up, and then the last like week and a half leading up to launch, I started to see a bunch of stuff. Like people actually had the game early, and they were posting like TikToks and other stuff of what was going on. I was like, wow, that actually. That's some really cool RPG stuff in here, and I'm so happy. Like, I think that this is an overachieving triumph for Game Freak, in that they've really done something special here. And I'll say it again, I've said it a few times on and off air, but I haven't cared about Pokemon this much since I was a kid playing Red and Blue. Like, that's how much I like this game. Like, it is the absolute, like, most joy I've had with Pokemon since originally playing Pokemon.
Nice. I mean, we'll see how this sells. We'll see how the reception is by everyone now that this has been out. And who knows? Maybe this is where Pokemon goes, in the future, or maybe this is just another offshoot series that they can do. I mean, they put Pokemon Legends Arceus. I don't know if it actually has the colon in it or not, but I could totally see them doing a Pokemon Legends Mewtwo or whatever the hell. If they wanted to go to different areas and make this a different kind of spin-off, the same way they've done with something like Let's Go or Snap or all the other kinds of games they've made.
I would take one of these over a Let's Go any day of the fucking week.
Yeah, but I like Let's Go a lot, but I think it has some major problems that make it kind of disappointing too.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think it's a really great I think it's a really great way to, like, introduce Pokemon, and I'm not saying don't make them.
Yeah.
But
at least make one more. I would like to go back to Johto and see some updates.
Sure.
Like that. That'd be really cool. Anyway, this looks really cool, Bobby. I'm excited. I think I've seen enough that makes me go, okay, I'm ready to download this and give it a shot myself.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're loving it. I'm glad we have a game finally in 2022 that is getting my attention instead of just playing a bunch of 2021 games, because the beginning of this year has been pretty slow in my opinion.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. God, I love your big dumb beaver. All right. Well, thanks, Bobby.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Check us Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on twitch.tv/The Casual Hour. Tuesdays and Thursdays for quick looks like the one you're watching right now. And check out Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's really fucking good. Take care, everybody.